If you've been looking for a good mid-range bidirectional scan tool, right about $350 to $400, this video's for you. In today's video, I'm going to compare the OTOFIX D1 Lite against the KINGBOLEN K7. Let's get started. I do want to show you these two scan tools side by side. The KINGBOLEN K7, it's thick, it's rugged, and there's no stand in the back, which I think is a negative, but you're supposed to hold it like this. And then OTOFIX D1 Lite, this one's like really thin, still the same size screen. And in the back here, there's also no stand. I did full review videos on both these scan tools. I'll put a link to those in the description. And by the way, this is the KINGBOLEN K8 Pro. I'll be doing a review on this in a future video. So if you needed one more reason to subscribe to my channel, there it is. Now let's compare the specifications. The KINGBOLEN K7, this is going to run you about $349. And the OTOFIX D1 Lite, this is going to run you about $399. They both have a 7-inch screen. The K7 is a 1280 by 720 resolution. The D1 Lite is 1280 by 800. The operating system on the K7 is an Android 10. On the D1 Lite, it's the Android 9. The memory is 2 gigabytes on both of these. The storage for photos and videos is 32 gigabytes on the K7 and 64 gigabytes on the D1 Lite. The battery on the K7 is a 6,000 milliamp hour battery. On the D1 Lite, it's a 5,800 milliamp hour battery. The camera on the K7 is a 13 megapixel camera compared to 8 megapixel on the D1 Lite. They both have AutoVin and they're both bidirectional scan tools. ECU coding for the K7, that's a yes, and it's not clearly listed on the OTOFIX D1 Lite. The K7 has lifetime updates and the OTOFIX D1 Lite has 2-year free updates. Now we're going to do a boot up speed test and we're going to check all the modules for codes all in one shot. We're going to see which one is faster. We're going to use the same vehicle, a 2009 Honda Civic, and then both these units are completely charged just to make sure it's as fair as possible. The scan tools are booting up. The timer started. I'm going to speed this footage up just so we're not waiting here for 4 minutes waiting for this. Looks like they're done booting up, and now it's about to do the full system scan. This is going to check for diagnostic codes in every single module. The amount of time this is going to take will vary depending on the car's year, make, and model. So it looks like the OTOFIX finished first, but only by about 5 seconds. Now let's look at both scan tools to see what codes came up during that full system scan. I'll start with the OTOFIX D1 Lite, and then we'll go to the K7. We have 2 codes in the ECM, 2 codes in the gauges, 1 code in the TPS, the trans no codes, ABS no codes, and all the other ones were passed or didn't even get tested because it doesn't have that module. Now let's look at the KINGBOLEN K7. The engine control module has 2 codes, the body electrical system has 2 codes, the tire pressure monitoring system has 1 code, the transmission and the anti-lock brakes have no codes as well as the rest of them. This is pretty much the same information that I got from the OTOFIX D1 Lite. Now I want to go to data stream for each one of these tools and graph some sensors. So I already picked 4 out. It's going to be engine coolant temperature sensor 1, engine coolant temperature sensor 1 voltage, sensor 2, and then sensor 2 voltage. So I'm going to just say OK, and then I need to say combine, and then there's the 4 that I picked, and if I say OK, there's my graphing. So my graph, the car's not running, so this is just what you're going to see, and down here it shows you engine coolant temperature sensor 1, and engine coolant temperature sensor 2, it shows you the degrees, And over here, it shows you the voltage. Let's do the same thing on the OTOFIX. Let's go to live data. So on this one, we're going to pick engine coolant temperature sensor 1 and engine coolant temperature sensor 2. So I didn't see anywhere where it showed voltage. So if I go down here, I can actually get a quick graph, or I can go down at the bottom and get a graph that way. So the blue is engine coolant temperature sensor 1, and the green is engine coolant temperature sensor 2. On both these scan tools, I was able to read temperature sensor 1 and temperature sensor 2, which a lot of scan tools just put those two temperature sensors together and they give you one temperature reading. I was also able to read on the K7 voltage, which I could not find that on the OTOFIX. If it's on there, I just couldn't find it, but that's a big deal to me. So on this test, I'm going to call the KINGBOLEN K7 the winner. Now let's see how these scan tools compare doing some active tests. I'm going to turn on and off some components. I'll do it both in the engine control module and the body control module. I want to come down here to actuation tests. And then I want to find my radiator fans. There it is. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to say perform. I'm going to go ahead and exit. Now we're going to go to body electrical system. We're going to go down to wiper. We're going to say actuate test. And we're going to turn on the wiper. We're going to say execute. I'll go ahead and exit, and let's do the high command. Execute. Now let's do the same procedure for the D1 Lite. So we'll go to radiator fan, and we'll say OK. We'll say yes. And we'll, OK. Fans are on. Turn them off. So now I'm in body electrical. Let's go ahead and click that. And we're going to check our wipers. And we're going to do active tests. And we're going to windshield wiper low. We're going to say OK. There's my wipers going back and forth. We say OK. And we're going to do the high command. Say OK. I hope this video was helpful for deciding what scan tool is right for you. As far as a clear winner, I like something out of both of these tools, so I didn't really see a clear winner. Maybe you did, and if you did, could you just put it in the comments? That'll maybe help somebody else. I'll put links to these in the description below, along with full review videos that I did. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing. I'll see you in my next video.